Shalom, shalom. HALALYAM, YAHAWAH, BAHASHAM, YAHAWASHI, QADASH. Double honors to the elders and apostles of great MILLSTONE and teaching me well. Peace and salutations be to the for the elect. I'm Balad Tazam Gabar, coming at you from the prophets in Babylon camp here in Tampa, Florida. Coming to you with this in transit, going into the word NASA. All right. When we grab NASA and the blue letter, it goes into the Hebrew word nasha, nasha, okay? And the Strong's definition is nasha. All right. If I can play it, see if I can play it real quick.
Strong's H 5377. Nasha.
All right, I'm not sure if you can hear it or not, but I can definitely hear it. Lord willing, you can't hear it, but it's pronounced nasha. All right, so it says a primitive root meaning to lead astray. Example, mentally to delude. It says, or morally to seduce. It says beguile, deceive. All right. It even goes to beguile or deceive greatly or utterly. You know. It says greatly beguiled me as an example, man. So we now know that now this isn't the Paleo Hebrew. This isn't the original Hebrew language that this word comes in. It's the Hebrew that that Hebrew mixed with Greek. Paleo Hebrew mixed with Greek. It's the language that these damn elites came up with. Those that occupy our land now today, man. They call that Hebrew. So this is the language that the oppressors of the world speak. And in their language, NASA goes back to Nashar, meaning to deceive. So these niggas know what NASA is. These so-called Amalek or so-called Hebrews, which are just Amalekites, they know what NASA means, what it goes to, what it goes into. It goes into deceive, to beguile, to seduce. But the people don't know. They don't understand that. And even if they do know, it's like they don't even care. They don't even go into these words, like, But Esau loves to explain how he goes into. Oh, look at this. Genesis 3:13. And the Lord YAHAWASHI said unto the woman, what is this that thou hast done? And the woman said, the serpent beguiled me, and I did eat. And that can even go into Nashah, to be beguiled, or deceived, And that's what Esau is doing. You got to remember, this man is the ultimate deceiver, and he rules by deception and his sword. All right. With that, I'm gonna grab some scriptures going into this devil's deception. All right. Well, we can start off. Start off with Revelations. Alright, in the book of Revelations, chapter 12 and verse 9. And the great dragon was cast out, that old serpent called the devil, which the word devil goes back to deceiver. And Satan, and the word Satan goes back to oppressor. Okay, which is our enemy. Esau's our mortal enemy, man. It says, which deceiveth the whole world. He was cast into the earth, and his angels were cast out with him. Alright, so it said that he deceived the whole world. Okay. He deceived the whole world. And this devil is deceiving the whole world day in and day out, constantly, through his media. And even media goes back to the word Medea, which is a Greek goddess of she's a goddess of delusion, and these people are under strong delusion always. That's why the scripture talks about that they should believe a lie and they grab it. Should send them strong delusion. And this devil came with many strong delusions, man. Not just Christianity, well, that's the main one. But he also came with other things to make you believe that this guy has the power to explore outer space. He has the power to visit the moon, sit on the moon, send things to the sun. This devil has no such power. All right. It's the book of 2 Thessalonians chapter 2 and verse 11. And for this cause, YAHAWASHI shall send them strong delusion, that they should believe a lie. Matter of fact, we'll start at verse 8. It says, and then shall that wicked be revealed, whom the Lord shall consume with the spirit of his mouth. And what's the spirit of his mouth? Through the prophets, man. You know, we're consuming this devil's kingdom through prophecy. Through the words we speak, the strong words that we speak against his kingdom, against this devil's kingdom, every day. You know, and that's why he's censoring us. He's coming out with censorship, and he's taking down our videos, striking our channels, this and that, labeling us misinformation spreaders. All right, because of what? We're destroying his kingdom. That's why the scriptures say the prophets of old spoke against great kingdoms. You know, it says, and shall destroy with the brightness of his coming, even him whose coming is after the working of Satan, with all power and signs and lying wonders. That's what this devil comes in. All power, meaning what? He's got power over the world right now. The Lord has given the world into his hand. Job 9:24. The earth is given into the hand of the wicked. You know, and signs and lying wonders. And this devil will be showing all kinds of signs, man. And he makes you believe it. He makes the people to believe it. And lying wonders, and things he be doing, what? That you may not, that makes you want to wonder. Makes you like, whoa. You know, like Project Blue Beam. That's a lying wonder, man. This nigga's lying. You know, it's literally just casting that into the sky, and you decide to believe it. Oh, that's real. That's real. Oh, we're really in an alien invasion. Oh, this and that's going on. Oh, it's the second coming of the Lord. No, this devil can stage all these things through Project Bluebeam, CERN. You know, these things he's doing with CERN. This nigga's trying to open up portals. You gotta really study this guy, man. If you really study this guy, you're gonna see that he's the devil. There's no denying that he's the devil if you just look into him a little bit. Not a lot, a little bit. Okay? You're gonna find out he's a devil just by looking at him, just by actually considering what he does. And with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish. So those that are going to perish is because they were deceived by the devil. Who? Esau. You know, he's coming with all deceivableness, and he's gonna deceive you to doing the worst things, to offend the Lord, YAHAWASHI, and you're gonna fall for it because you're simple-minded. You know, you damn simple ass Jake. You know, you simple ass 2/3 Jake. You gonna fall for it because you simple-minded, man. Even these false prophets gonna fall for these deceptions this devil's coming with. Because the scriptures say, what? If it be possible, he shall even deceive the very elect. All right, but it's not possible. If it was possible, then he would have been able to deceive the elect, but it's not possible, man. The Lord made it to where it's not possible for him to get to touch his elect, man, because they're covered, underneath the hand of the Lord, man. You know, you can't get past the palm, the hands of the Lord, because what? The elect is in the Lord's hands, and Esau can't seem to just get in that hand and just take what the Lord has in his hand. You know, you can't take what the Lord has from him. You know, the Lord ain't like a man that you can steal, kill, and destroy. No. The Lord, YAHAWASHI, is the ultimate, Alpha and Omega. He's in heaven. As heaven is above earth, so is his ways above our ways, man. So Esau can't ever even hope to come close to the Lord, to even touch the Lord, or even speak on equal terms with the Lord. No, it don't work like that. You're going to be subject to the Lord as earth is subject to heaven. It says, with all deceivableness of unrighteousness in them that perish, because they receive not the love of the truth. And what's the truth? The truth is what we're preaching out there day in and day out, man. You know, it's coming out through the prophets. That's the spirit of the Lord's mouth. You know, the Lord has stretched out his hand and no man regarded. And if you don't get it, that's your fault, man. You know, who knows what kind of wicked nigga you were in the past life for the Lord to not give you that understanding, man. You know, but the Lord say his mercy endureth forever. So if he gonna have mercy on his elect, man, at the end of the day, he gonna mercy on 2/3 too, and bring them back into the kingdom in their right minds after death by pain. You gonna have to die that death by pain, but his elect are gonna be protected from that second death. You know, redeemed from that second death. They ain't gonna have to go through that. Lord willing, we be of those men. It says, because they receive not the love of the truth, that they might be saved. You know, if they receive the love of the truth, they will be saved. If they receive the love of the truth, they will not be able to be deceived by this devil. But guess what? They didn't receive the love of the truth. They didn't want to hear the truth. They didn't even consider. So they go and get deceived by this devil. And that hour of testing, which is to come upon all the world, to those that belong to this world, is going to come upon you 2/3 Jakes, because you belong to this world, and you have to perish with this world, with this kingdom. All right, you wanted a part in Esau's kingdom. You wanted to live deliciously. Guess what? You're gonna have to die deliciously. You're gonna have to get overcooked, man. You put something in the oven, this shit get overcooked. You forget to come and check on it. Except it's for you, it's gonna be a nice and slow roast. The Lord has a mastery. He has control over time. He has rulership over the time. We are subject to time, but time is subject to the Lord. YAHAWASHI. He can do whatever he wants with the time. He's the ultimate. The Alpha, the Omega. He created time. Time is something that mortals are bound by. I'm running out of time. I got to do this. Oh, I'm going to be late for work. I'm going to be late for this. I'm going to be late for that. With the Lord, YAHAWASHI, there is no time. He regards no time. Because what? He's not subject to it. We regard time because we're subject to time. So does Esau regard time because he's subject to time. His rulership can only rule for so long. He has a time period set on his rulership, on his kingdom, that once it hits this time limit, you're done. Like those hourglasses. When you see the sand dripping from the hourglass, well, the bottom is more filled than the top of Esau's hourglass, because his kingdom is almost done, man. When you look on the average of a kingdom, how long a kingdom is ruled, on average, it's like 250 years. And Esau is a little bit past that, man. So this devil's due for destruction. It says, and for this cause, YAHAWASHI shall send them strong delusion, that they should believe a lie. All right, because they couldn't receive the love of the truth, the Lord sent them strong delusion, that they're going to believe the lies. They're going to believe the lies. And what? By the time they realize the truth, it's going to be too late. Their bodies have already been tainted. You've already been marked for destruction. It's like people going to start waking up when it's too late, when they're already standing in the line for destruction, standing in the line for death. They're sitting in the the lobby for death, and it's just pending. You're just waiting now. All of a sudden you're just waiting for your death to come. That's when people want to realize, oh shit, we fucked up. Another thing is that with this max, man, this devil came with this max and made you to believe that this max was safe and effective. Those were his words, safe and effective. Yes, it is safe and effective. It's safe and effective. And these damn simple ass peon jakes fell for it. Fuck you, heathen. Of course they fell for it. They have no father. The heathen are bastards. They're bastard children. They have no father. That's why they make into themselves idols. So of course they fell for it. But Jake, you 2/3 Jake, you have a father. You just don't trust your father. You don't believe in your father. So what? The Father gave you over to what? Strong delusion. Now you've fallen for all the shit that Esau comes with. Every single attack that he comes with, you're on the opposite side of it, receiving that attack and being accepted to that attack. Me and the brother, the beautiful beloved brother Amawan, from my camp, we were just talking about how the Lord would show, he put us in so many situations to where it would have been like a disastrous death, and he delivered us from it all, man. I look like a huge disastrous death is coming, so many near-death experiences, but he delivered us from them all, man. Right at the right moment, he came in and put the Spirit on us to avoid it, to put the Spirit on us to be saved from it, and put the Spirit on somebody else to save us from it. I remember a time, I love this story. I'll never forget this story, where I was young. I was just about 6 or 7 years old, and my sister's a year younger than me, so she was even younger, and she was outside playing, and I was in the kitchen alone, and there was like a jug of juice in the fridge, and it was like frozen because it was in the freezer, and we moved it to the fridge so they could defrost a little bit and we can drink it like an icy, and I took a chunk of ice out of it, and I was, sucking on the ice chunk in my mouth, and the chunk was just a little tad too big, but I still fed it in my mouth. I was a child. I wanted to suck the juice out of the ice cube because it was, it was good, it was sweet. But I suck it in my mouth, and I'm sucking on the damn ice cube, and this thing just ends up slipping down my throat. And before I knew it, I was choking, man. I was choking. I was choking tremendously, man, like bad. Like it was a big old ice block at the top of my throat that just would not go down, and I could not breathe. And I ran to my mom's room immediately, trying to use sign language at a young age. I didn't know what to say. I didn't know what to say, man. How do I say I'm choking in sign language at the age of 6 or 7, And I was just pointing at my throat like, my throat. And she couldn't understand what was going on. She's like, what are you saying? What's happening? Speak. And, I remember my sister was like, why can't you speak? Why can't you speak? And I was just like, oh, man. I remember that I ran back into they walked me back into the kitchen to see what they can do, and they were all surrounding me, like, just yelling at me, like, what's wrong? What's happening? While I'm literally choking out, man. I'm like, oh, man. I like, like the palm to the forehead scenario. That's what I pulled off, man. I was like, oh, my gosh, I'm finna die. I was like, damn, am I really about to die here? And then my younger sister, she came into the door from playing outside, and the first thing she said was, he's choking on ice. And even as a kid, I realized, I was like, what the fuck? I looked at her with this strange look, like, what? Like, where, you didn't see me eat the ice? You didn't, like, where were you outside the entire time? And the first thing you come here and say is, he's choking on ice? Man, that was the Spirit of the Lord, man. She's younger than me, She's younger than me. So if I was 6, she was 5. If I was 7, she was 6. But she came in there and said, straight away, he's choking on ice. And that's when I was like, whoa, that's when something really sparked in me. Wow, the Lord is in this place. The Lord is in this place, man. Straight away, my mom stuck a finger in my throat, and I threw up the ice cube. And here I am today, preaching the word of the Lord, YAHAWASHI. And there's been many situations where things like that have happened to me, and things like that may have happened to you, brothers, man. And we're still here today. And we're here today because the Lord has shown mercy to us. He put his mercy upon us, and kept us to be what? Prophets of the Lord. Scripture say, ye have not chosen me, but I have chosen you and ordained you to be a prophet unto the nations, man. Whither I shall send you. So the Lord has chose us. So don't forsake in your gift. Don't forsake in your gift, man. The Lord has had mercy upon you. Do not throw it away. Do not just spit in the Lord's face, man. You could have been dead a long time ago, yet you're here. And for a good reason. The Lord has required of you to do something for him. Who shall go and fight for me against the evildoers? He chose you to fight for him. So don't disregard that. 2/3 of our people don't understand that. That's why he sent them strong delusion. We weren't sent strong delusions. The Lord had mercy upon us continuously throughout all of our life. And even in our past lives. So how can we just turn around and say, this or that against the Lord? How can we turn around and willfully disobey the Lord? How can we turn around and do none of his ways and keep none of his ways? And do the things we want to do and side with this devil? This devil has nothing for us. He hates us. You know that. You've seen, with the knowledge, understanding, and wisdom that the Lord has given you, you've seen the ways of this devil and how he really, truly feels about you, about us. But 2/3 of our people don't understand that. It says, Salakia, it says, and for this cause YAHAWASHI shall send them strong delusion, that they should believe a lie, that they all might be damned who believe not the truth, but had pleasure in unrighteousness. So the Lord made it to where they were damned, meaning cursed to death. You're going to have to taste of that death, that second death, man. You were damned. When you're damned, you're shit out of luck. Nobody can deliver you out of the Lord's hand, man. It says that they all might be damned who believe not the truth, but had pleasure in unrighteousness. So because they have pleasure in doing unrighteousness, the Lord had cursed them to death, man. He assigned them and appointed them to that fire. They were appointed to fire, man. Thermonuclear fire. And that's a scary thing. These people don't even realize that they're appointed to fire, man. You could have a friend. You can have a friend in the world, or be close with someone, like a coworker or whatever. I have a friend that's a coworker, and you know all about their end because they're wicked. You know, they just can't get the truth. You know, and they will never know it. They don't know what's coming from them, and it's sad because it's like, damn, you got a lot coming for you, bro. And you just can't, you know. It's like, damn, man. You can't understand how they feel or how they think. Neither can they understand how you feel or how you think. They're in minds of beasts, and we're in minds of enlightenment. And the Lord has given us this enlightenment, man. You know? You do well not to disregard it. It says, but we are bound to give things always to YAHAWASHI for you, brethren beloved of the Lord. So look, because we got to give things always. Why? It says, because YAHAWASHI hath from the beginning chosen you to salvation through sanctification of the Spirit and belief of the truth. So the Lord sanctified our spirits and gave us the belief of the truth. He gave it into us to believe the truth. Not all Israel has that. All Israel don't have that, man. You are a selected few. You are a chosen few to have this thing, to have this gift. That's why the Lord is so upset with those that fall out of the truth are going to get beaten with more stripes, because the Lord gave you the gift and you put it back. He gave you the crown to hold on to the end. You had to endure to the end, hold on to that crown, but you put it back on the floor for anybody to just come pick it up. You know? The Lord gave you a gift. The Lord gave you a gift, man. And man, come on, bro. The Lord gave you a gift and he threw it away. Scripture talks about how a gift destroyeth the heart. Well, we needed our old hearts destroyed, because our old hearts was of destruction. It was of death. The things that we thought about was death. The things that we did was death. So the Lord gave us this gift of the truth to destroy our hearts, our old hearts, that our hearts may be made new in YAHAWASHI. So that those ways of death were put off from us, and the ways of life was put on to us, and immortality, he given it to us. Yet you disregard it, throw it away, and walk back into the ways of death. Therefore, you're going to get beaten with more stripes. You did not consider that the Lord gave you a gift, neither did you consider the Lord's sacrifice. You niggas are the worst niggas. You are the worst of the bunch. You are the worst of the bunch. Like the dregs of the wine, man. The wine be strong, and you're just like, oh, shit burns. When you get to the dregs, it's the most bitter part. That's what you niggas are, man. You niggas that fall out of the truth, you false prophets. You niggas are the dregs of the wine. So you're gonna drink the dregs of the cup as well, man. The dregs of torment. You gonna pay. Best believe you gonna suffer, man. You know? It's lucky, man. This lesson went into a whole nother topic. But through the Spirit, we gonna whip it back into shape, man. The Spirit, we gonna whip it back into shape. Book of Daniel, chapter 4, verse 17. This matter is by the decree of the watchers and the demand by the word of the holy ones, to the intent that the living may know that the Most High ruleth in the kingdom of men, and giveth it to whomsoever he will, and setteth up over it the basest of men. So we got the acknowledgement that the Lord set up over this kingdom, over this world, the basest of men. Who was that? Who was the basest of men? Who was the most base man upon the face of the earth? All right, let me grab it. Book of Job, chapter 30 and verse 8. There were children of fools, yeah, children of base men. They were viler than the earth. Esau, Edom, man. You know, viler than the earth. Let me show you. Hebrews 12 and 16 says, lest there be any fornicator or profane person as Esau, who for one morsel of meat sold his birthright. All right. For one morsel of meat sold his birthright, man. Esau. There's no more viler. It gets no more viler than him, man. You know, no more profane than him. So, we know that Esau's in rulership. The Lord gave us the acknowledgement of what he's doing to destroy us, so that we can avoid it. Going back into the word nasa goes back to nasha, meaning to deceive, to beguile, you know, to delude or seduce, you know, to lead astray. So this devil's leading you astray when he talks about, oh, there's a meteor passing Earth, oh, there's this and that going on in outer space. This devil does not know. I can tell you now, right now, he does not know. That's through the Spirit, man. You know, that's through the Spirit. This devil does not know what's going on in the depths of space or the depths of the ocean. He does not know. All right? This devil be making up shit constantly and telling you, and you straightway believe it. You know? It is no different from going to school and looking at his history books. You go into a science book, you go to science class, they tell you that it's all based upon theories. That's why the scripture says pseudoscience, falsely so-called. You know? Science falsely so-called, man. You know? Because it's fake. It's not real. These are things that people just hypothesize. They talk about hypothesis. Write your hypothesis. That's what science is all about, is hypotheses. What people think. What people believe. Oh, that makes sense. It's got to be true. Big Bang Theory. Oh, that makes sense. It's got to be true. Who was there to witness the Big Bang Theory? Think about it, man. You know? Let me grab these scriptures, a few scriptures on this, and I'll close out. This is the book of Jeremiah, chapter 10, verse 2. Thus saith the Lord, YAHAWASHI, learn not the way of the heathen, and be not dismayed at the signs of heaven, for the heathen are dismayed at them. So the heathen are dismayed at the signs of heaven. That's why they got science class. This is heathen shit. We ain't supposed to be over here. We're supposed to be in our own land, but we're in the under the captivity of these heathens, these damn Edomites, and we're growing up in their school systems, and they're teaching us this shit, man. They're teaching us, oh, the sun does this. Oh, the sun is this size. Oh, the moon does this, and the moon is this size. But how can you know if you haven't been there to measure it? You know, this devil's a liar. I tell you, oh, we visited the moon. But you come to find out, you do a little deep in that when they visited the moon, there was already a camera set up on the moon. Somebody had to set up that camera. You go and look into it, you find out there was a green screen. Yeah, you find out there was a green screen in the back. Alright. Many things about that is just off. It just makes you question this shit. But you know that these people did not really truly visit the moon. And what put the Spirit on me to do this lesson is that this devil came out with a video. Talking about he sent an object to the sun. And the object was able to observe the sun for the first time, or touch the sun for the first time, or some shit. But you grow up learning in school that anything gets close to the sun burns up. So how is your object able to touch the sun and get inside of its atmosphere and this and that? And what the fuck? These people are, once you actually look at it, it's really confusing. It's a bunch of bullshit. It's a chunk of shit. You know? You brothers can't be quick to believe what this devil's saying is in outer space. You can't be hasty to believe what this devil is saying is happening to the sun, moon, and the stars, or other planets. Oh, I found it. We found another Earth. How can you find another Earth? The Lord created Earth. You know? The scripture talks about the judgments and the things done under the sun. What's under the sun? The Earth. So how are these niggas finding another Earth, finding another inhabitable planet, this and that? Esau does not have the power to do these things. He has the power to do the things that's given him in Earth, not outside of Earth. He has no He has no dominion over the things in space. But he makes you, he's quick to make you believe that he does. Okay? That's not the case. You don't want to believe, you want to be straightway believing this devil for everything he says, man. You know? Then that's when you get all these weird ass doctrines from, and all these weird ass ideologies. You know? Let me grab this. Because this devil be putting this shit in your head, and it's just a bunch of confusion. Babel, confusion. Land of confusion. It says, Ecclesiasticus 3:21, seek not out things that are too hard for thee, neither search the things that are above thy strength. Matter of fact, let me start at verse 18. It says, Ecclesiasticus 3:18, the greater thou art, the more humble thyself, and thou shalt find favor before the Lord. Many are in high place and of renown, but mysteries are revealed unto the meek. Well, the name of the Lord was a mystery, you know, or it is a mystery, Salakia, you know, but not to us anymore because it was revealed unto us. The thing touching the Gentiles, that's a mystery. Kingdom is a mystery. Mark of the beast, you can even say that was a mystery. You can say the MOTB is a mystery because the only people that know it are the elect. And it's a mystery unto 2/3 of our people. Because you have some Edomites that didn't even know. Oh yeah, that's the Mark of the beast. Chip is the Mark of the beast. It says, For the power of the Lord is great, and he is honored of the lowly. So the power of the Lord is great. The things that he does it exceeds our understanding. It exceeds our comprehension. The things we can comprehend, that we comprehend, it can only go so far. You know, it doesn't stretch. Our minds don't stretch as far as the depths of the ocean. It doesn't stretch as far as what's beyond the earth. It isn't given to us to know these things. Seek not out things that are too hard for thee, neither search the things that are above thy strength. So these things are above our strength. These things are above our strength, and they're definitely above Esau's strength as well. The Lord gave him an impossible task. If you can explore the depths of the ocean and the depths of the heavens, you know, you can measure the heavens, you know, what? You would do away with Israel. But Esau making everybody believe that he's doing that. You know, this guy is a deceiver. He's a serpent, and he's been a serpent from the beginning. When you're dealing with the serpent, expect serpent things. When you're dealing with the deceiver, expect deceptions. You can't be straight way to believe. Oh shit! This devil found another Earth. Oh, we're gonna have many planets. We're gonna have many. You know, you can't be straight way to believe those things. This devil didn't find no another Earth, man. These niggas sitting in there in an office somewhere, drawing shit up and lying to you. There's a thing that came out recently. They were talking about, it's alien infrastructure. Brothers were thinking it was YAHAWASHI. Brothers was thinking it was Michael the Archangel. Brothers was thinking it was angels. Brothers was thinking it was the Most High. Was thinking the Lord sitting on his throne. No, this devil is a liar. And he's been a liar from the beginning. This nigga was born lying. And NASA means to deceive, to delude, to lead astray. So best believe when this devil comes with an alien invasion, he gonna try to do what? Deceive, delude, to lead astray. Project Bluebeam. He's coming with all these things, man. He's not gonna tell you, oh yeah, I'm deceiving you, by the way. These aren't real. No, he just gonna do it. But if you do a little digging, a little research on it, you're gonna find out this nigga's been planning on doing stuff like this. That's one of his gifts, is to deceive. But what is commanded thee, think thereupon with reverence, with respect. Respect the things that were commanded for you to think upon. Like salvation. That's a good question. When you're thinking on some shit that is just vain, has no meaning to it, is for no reason, you gotta ask yourself, is this gonna give me salvation, whether I figure this out or not? Whether I found out the earth is round or flat, is that gonna give me salvation? You know? No, but this devil will tell you the earth is all kinds of shapes. The devil will put all kinds of ideas in your head so that you can be confused. walking around here thinking or spouting nonsense. It says, but what is commanded thee? Think thereupon with reverence. The things that were commanded for you to think upon with salvation. The ways to please the Lord, how to please the Lord. You know, it says, for it is not needful for thee to see with thine eyes the things that are in secret. You don't need to see the things that are in secret. It's not needful. It's not needful for salvation. Let's say you did go on outer space and see whether the earth was flat or round. Or you did go into outer space and find out that it was no water above the firmament. Find out that it's just an empty space of cold air floating, or you just floating around in cold air, no water, on top of the firmament, man. What if you did go in outer space and found out there was never a firmament? You know, who knows? What if you go up there and find out all these things, and you come back down and you begin teaching on it? First of all, nobody's going to believe you. Second of all, it's not going to get you salvation. It changes nothing. So you brothers got your mind on these things, take it off. Because I'll tell you right now, it's a distraction from the truth. It says, for it is not needful for thee to see with thine eyes the things that are in secret. So the things that are in secret, how can you see it? Be not curious in unnecessary matters. It's not necessary. So what you got to understand, it's not necessary for you to know what this star looks like, or what that star looks like, or if it's a star, or what is it. You know, it's not necessary, man. It says, be not curious in unnecessary matters, for more things are shewed unto thee than men understand. More things are shewed unto us than men understand. So the things that are shown to us, guess what? They can't even understand it. Scripture say, if I shall tell you earthly things and you believe it not, how shall you understand when I tell you heavenly things, man? Roughly paraphrasing. We can tell these niggas, oh, the sky is blue today. They ain't gonna believe it till they see it. More things are shewed to us than men understand. They can't even understand the truth. They can't begin to understand the simple scriptures, the milk of the scriptures. What makes you think they're going to understand the mysteries? For many are deceived by their own vain opinion and an evil suspicion. So it says what? Suspicion. Oh, I think this. Oh, I think that. Oh, this might be this, or this might be that. It could be, oh, think about this. It makes sense. It makes sense. An evil suspicion hath overthrown their judgment. All right. So because you have an evil suspicion in your mind, because you're thinking upon unnecessary things, it says what? For many are deceived by their own vain opinion. You were deceived. This devil is the deceiver. NASA goes into to deceive, to delude, to lead astray. And these niggas are giving you their own vain opinions, and you believe in them. The people that run NASA, guess what? They bleed. They are not gods. They cannot do the things that they're telling us that they're doing. But they want you to believe that they can, because they want to believe that they are God. They want to be God, man. They bleed. They get tired. They go to sleep. They hunger. They eat. They thirst. They drink. It's the same things we do. These guys are not above us in any form, shape, or way, other than substance, other than rulership, other than power in the earth. But all the things in the earth are limited to the things in the earth. You gotta believe that, man. You gotta believe this devil can't go above the firmament. You've seen videos of this devil trying to leave the firmament and chariots come and shoot them shits down. Because the Lord, this place, the earth is subject to the Lord, YAHAWASHI. And you know that they can't surpass the Lord's boundaries. Job 14:5. This devil's been given his bounds that he cannot pass, which is a certain time limit that he can't pass to rule, but also a certain bound in the earth that he cannot pass. The Lord gave him a bound. He gave everyone in the earth a boundary that they cannot pass. They cannot go above the firmament. They cannot go in the depths of the ocean. He had a video come out where this guy tried to go down to the depths of the ocean, and when he got to the bottom, there was like a portal down there, and he would go into it. He would try to go into it, but he would bounce right off. It was like a boundary you can't pass, like a video game. It's like a video game. You're playing a video game, there's a certain boundary you can't pass. There's like an invisible wall that you just can't get past. It's the same thing with Esau, you know? But, yeah, man. The Lord told him, you can explore the depths of the ocean and the heavens, measure the heavens. I'll do away with Israel. But guess what? He can't do that. The Lord made it impossible for him to do that. Literally. So your brothers, don't just go believe in anything this devil says out of his mouth. Remember, he is the devil. And the devil means to deceive. Also remember that he is Satan, the oppressor. It means to oppress. He's oppressing you. Everything he does is not for your good. It's for your hurt. You know, you gotta believe that. You gotta believe that. If you don't believe it, believe it. And you still don't want to believe it, hey, you're gonna be deceived by it. But I don't want to make this I don't want to make this lesson too long, man. I feel like it's already long enough. So Salakia if I may have rambled. Salakia if I may have extended breakdowns. But hey, man, I'm just trying to get this word out. So YAHAWASHI Yashar Barakatham to you, Akim and Agwath, for listening to the sincerity. Truly hope this lesson was edifying to you. Call HALALYAM La YAHAWASHI Yashar BAHASHAM QADASH. Until next time, I do say Shalom.